At the castle, the queen spirit wasn't too happy. What is that dragon doing back in the forest? And who's his little friend? We found the elf conversing with the dragon in the forbidden area. One of the guards stated. You, elf, what is your name? It's Andy. Ma'am. Andy was scared. He had never been brought before the queen spirit before and didn't know what will happen. Well, Andy, you're from the Elven Woods, if I'm correct. Yes, ma'am. The mountains are quite far from home, so what were you doing near the mountains? She asked. Andy knew he had to be careful of what he says, but if he lied, who knows what will happen? I was exploring the forest and I saw Pete. The dragon injured, so I went over to help him with his wounds. Even though these events were a few days ago, they are still true. Ma'am, may I speak with you for a moment? Asked the Naga next to the queen spirit. What is it, Klaus? This Andy kid may be an elf, but I don't think he's being completely honest with you. Go on. You see, elves can't or find it difficult to lie, but for what they can't lie, they prance around it. Yes, what he is saying is true, but he's not telling you everything. Klaus explained. Klaus is the royal advisor. He was chosen for the spot since he is known as the wisest of the Nagas, who are known for being wise. Thank you for the heads up, Klaus. You're welcome, ma'am. The queen spirit turns her attention back to Andy. I hope you are not hiding anything, Andy. You have already been seen as a traitor to the forest. Right? Yes, ma'am. Andy knew she was catching on to his evasion of the full truth. Now I have another question. Were you in the mountains at all? Oh no. I have no way to go around her question. If I do, she'll know I'm lying. Andy thought panically. Andy started but was interrupted. Trying to take advantage of someone's disadvantage? Well now, where does that sound familiar? Andy looked for the person who said that. It was Peter. Are we picking on little kids now, Margaret? Everyone, even the queen spirit, was shocked. Only about 2 or 3 people knew the queen spirit's name, but none said that the last dragon knew her name. The queen spirit's look of shock turned to slight anger. She turned her focus to Peter. I don't remember allowing you to speak, dragon. You done banished me, so I'm not part of your perfect kingdom, Margaret. I can speak when I want or when I feel like I need to. Peter stated sternly. Andy couldn't believe what he was witnessing. No one ever spoke against the queen spirit like that. The queen spirit started to get angry but quickly calmed herself down. He is really getting on my nerves. The queen spirit said to Klaus. You should turn your focus to the elf. See if he confirms or denies anything he said. Might be able to catch him mess up. Klaus suggested. The queen spirit agrees and turns her focus back to Andy. You, elf, I will ask again. What were you doing near the mountains and that dragon? As I stated, ma'am. I was just exploring the forest and I saw the dragon injured, so I decided to help him. It's against my morals to not help someone who is in need, ma'am. The queen spirit became more suspicious of Andy. Are you certain you are speaking the truth? Andy nodded. I can't hear you shaking your head. Are you telling me the truth? Andy got more scared. Yes, ma'am. So from what you told me, you willingly went into the forbidden area, went to the mountains, and decided to assist and conversed with the dragon. Is this correct? She said with a stern tone. Andy knew he had no way around what could happen. Yes, ma'am. That is correct. And you are aware that is against many laws of the forest and considered treason? Yes, ma'am. I am aware. The Queen Spirit looked at Klaus, who nodded. She turned her focus back to Andy and Peter. I have decided. The both of you shall be punished. The Queen Spirit stated. Andy is to be punished for acts of treason and the dragon for breaking banishment. Peter looked at Andy, who was scared possibly to death. Treason was often punished with torture or even death. I'm not going to let him suffer just for helping someone, Peter thought. As the guards were fixing to take the two to the cells, Peter called out. Wait! He shouted. Got something to say? Asked the Queen Spirit with a dead cold glare. Andy didn't willingly help me. I forced him to help me. I told him if he didn't help me, I would harm or even kill him. Peter tried to say as steadily as he could. And how can we trust your word, dragon? Asked Klaus. Because I'm an evil dragon, right? Also, he is just a kid, and doesn't deserve the punishment for treason. The Queen Spirit and Klaus conversed with each other. All right. Andy will not be punished for treason, the Queen Spirit stated. Andy's face lit up a bit. He wasn't going to be punished. But, the Queen Spirit continued. Since you admitted to forcing one to commit acts of treason, you will be punished for treason along with breaking your banishment. Peter kept a calm face. He expected this. But it doesn't matter, as long as someone innocent, especially a kid, isn't punished simply for following their morals. Take him away. When the guards took Peter towards the cells, Andy noticed something. Peter didn't fight against the guards. He just seemed to accept what would happen next. And you, the Queen Spirit started. You will be sent back home with a guard accompanying you. You are to have the guard follow you whenever you leave your home. Yes, ma'am. Andy replied. But he felt like he should know something. Ma'am, what's going to happen to the dragon? He will most likely be executed for his crimes. You are dismissed. Execution? He doesn't deserve that. Andy thought as a guard escorts him back to his home in the Elven Woods. As he is escorted home, Andy gets an idea. He'll free Peter so he can escape, but he'll need a plan. And some help, and he knew just who to look for.